Hey guys, latest news with Crypto Marie local and international. We all already know that Candace Owens was fired from this platform she used to work at. She was making money there, giving her opinion about black people. She did not care who she hurts during her political statement. When it comes to race, when it comes to controversial, to racism, she did not care. She just let us have it. And nobody in the black community will come after her, will say anything to her. It seems that we let her put her foot in her mouth, in a sense, until she was done talking about black people. She then attacked the wrong community, which is the Jewish, and somehow they got weight of her pretty fast. Let's see what happened. Candace Owens is attempting to rebrand herself, and black people shouldn't fall for it. This is somebody's opinion. They write an article. I don't like Candace Owens. This is what the person said. I feel like it's important for me to say that before I type out the rest of this column, because I want to be honest and upfront about my skepticisms where she is concerned. I have always viewed Candace Owens as someone who is very dangerous for black people. Much like Jason Willock, she is willingly putting a black face in front of all the anti-black rhetoric some white people wish they could spew without catching flack for it. Candace Owens is anti-black, and what makes it so egregious is she wasn't always like this. She, like Whitlock, seemingly realized there was money to be made in being the black spokesperson for white people's anti-blackness. So she jumped on the train and started parodying the white supremacist rhetoric of those signing her checks. Yep, that's what she did, yeah. She gained a lot of popularity behind it. She is nothing some white people love more than a black person they can point to and tell the rest of us she agrees with us. There was a time when Candace Owens was actually very critical of Republicans, conservatives, and especially Donald Trump. Up until 2016, she ran a website called Degree 180, which bashed Trump during his 2016 run for president, and even had an article questioning and mocking his penis size. Really? She went there? She went there? Really? So how the hell she became so into Trump then? Okay, let's finish the article here. Not all of it is too much. While she has up until recently been making her living denying the existence of institutionalized, systemic, and individual racisms in America, Degree 180 wrote about these topics quite frequently, calling out people like Ted Cruz for being transphobic. The flip-flop for Candace seemed to come along sometime in 2017. She was hired by Turning Point USA in November of that year to be the director of urban engagement, which is code for we need somebody dark to talk to these darkies. In 2019, she famously stood on the CPAC, which is CPAC, stage and denied the existence of racism. Stop selling us our own oppression, Owen said. Stop taking away our self-confidence by telling us that we can't because of racism, because of slavery. I've never been a slave in this country. I could go into a long and lengthy explanation of how what she said was ignorant and ignored the residue left behind by the institution of slavery and the enslavement of black people in America. I could explain how that particular system directly led to a lot of systems still in place that have an impact on the daily lives of black people right this moment. I could tell you that her statement revealed an incredible amount of ignorance on the part of Candace Owens, but instead I will remind you that she made these statements 11 years after winning a lawsuit against her former school board, and said lawsuit was rooted in an accusation of racism she made against several of her high school classmates. But she said there was no racism in America. But she sued a school for racism. Are you serious right now? Okay. I will tell you that even in early 2016, Candace still believed in racism. And she still believed that she was suffering from the trauma of the racism she says she experienced at a high school senior in Stamford, Connecticut, so much so that she wrote a letter to the local newspaper and talked about it. In the letter, she details what she went through after receiving alarming phone calls from her classmates, calls in which not only was she threatened with physical harm, but she was called racist slurs and had racist things said to her. But she said she never experienced racism in America. It seems like that was some words that was put in her mouth to say to black people, so we don't use those words. She was paid for those words to be said. Okay, so Owen says she stayed out of school for 6 weeks because she did not feel safe. She waited until formal charges were pressed against those who had participated in the phone calls. I stayed out of school for 6 weeks before formal charges were filed, and in that time, the gossip escalated. It wasn't limited to the students, parents, teachers, and you. The general public felt inclined to state your opinions about me online. I perused those words quietly, a stranger to the girl that the unsympathetic portion of you were depicting. I was a liar. I just wanted money. I was ugly. I guess that's stuff they said to her. Anyhow, the main idea to take from this is the fact that she said in a CPAC, on stage of a CPAC, where people were supposed to be talking about political stuff, that she never faced racism in this country. And she sued a school, a high school she was in Connecticut, because the kids was being racist towards her, using all type of racism words, all kind of thing towards her. She sued them, but again, she said she never been racial profile, never felt racism in America. So she's a liar. She danced both ways where the drum goes. And now trying to come back to the black community is going to be hard for them to allow her back, because she's a liar, a manipulator, and she attacked the wrong race, the wrong background. She has done it for so long to black people. Nobody said anything to her. And now she done it to some people that would not pull up with it, which is the Jewish community, and they let her have it. That's what's going on. Subscribe and let me know how you feel. Bye. Thank you.